about now? I need to be able to like see myself. Hey everyone, it's Lisa and I'm back with a video about my Weight Watchers journey. I want to point out a couple of things before I get into sort of the nitty gritty. One is that my Weight Watchers journey, my attempt and finally success to get to a healthy weight, a weight I'm happy with, is really, really tied up tangly with my thyroid problem, my Hashimoto's. I didn't realize it until I started seeing a new doctor in 2006, 2007, but it is. And if you're interested in more information about my journey with thyroid problems, underactive thyroid and Hashimoto's, I'm going to link that here on screen, the videos I've done there, so you can run off and watch them if you like. The other thing I want to point out is that I think, like most of us who were born in the late 60s, I didn't really learn much about food. You know, I think at the time they had that 4 food groups thing going for the healthy eating, but it just wasn't ever on my radar. My mother was a Southern girl. She cooked what she knew, you know, fried meats and green vegetables with tons of ham hocks, and we ate what we ate and never really talked about it. And I never really struggled with my weight until I started having a thyroid problem when I was 19. So I ate what I wanted. I didn't think about it. And that really kind of sets me up for all kinds of weight type, I hate to call them failures, because it's hard to be a failure when you don't have the right information, right? You just don't know. So I'll jump into it from a Weight Watchers standpoint. I joined Weight Watchers February 1st of 2001, and I have been a lifetime member since 2001, and I've been kind of on and off of it like most of us for the last 15 years. I joined Weight Watchers not realizing that I was overweight. My first child was born in December of 1998. The next year was a blur because, hello, baby, and full-time job and a house and a husband at the time who traveled endlessly. My mother had a stroke in June of 99. It was busy, right? So first of all, I don't know anything about food. I don't know how to eat healthy. I'm super busy. I don't know how to manage everything as it is, much less keep track of food. And I don't realize that I'm overweight, or that my weight could be better and my health could be better if I lost weight. My mother passed away in early 2000. I started my master's program the same month that she passed away. And that's kind of crazy. I had already enrolled for it, and I knew that my mother would be mad if she found out I had dropped out because she passed away. So I kept on with it. So I just became triply busy. Felt extremely exhausted. I wasn't happy with my weight, but I didn't really think of myself again as overweight, and just plowed through life. I started a new job in October of 2000 with some friends that I had from another job, lots of networking. And in December, one of my friends approached me and she said, well, I really want to join Weight Watchers. Will you join with me after the new year? And I said, yeah, I could stand to lose a few pounds. And so we went to this Weight Watchers meeting out where we worked, near where we worked, and got all the materials, and I stepped on the scale and they told me my weight, and I thought, well, that can't possibly be right, but it must be. And then they handed me the weight ranges for my height, and I thought, well, good Lord, I am for the very top of my height, for the very top weight, for the range for my height. I'm going to say that one more time. For my height, the top recommended weight is 132. I'm 5'1". And I stepped on that scale and I weighed almost 170. I was so close to 170, I might as well call it 170. And I thought to myself, well, that's almost 40 pounds. I can't believe it. So like a lot of things that I do in my life, I'm way into research. I dived into it headfirst. This was not Points Plus. What was the points before that called? Anyway, I thought it was super easy. Once I got kicked off and I knew how to calculate points, and I calculated points for things, it was just something that I really got into, started researching and looking into and really understanding what was I putting in my mouth. I was not obsessed, I shouldn't say that at all, but I was definitely very into it. My husband at the time thought it was kind of crazy. It was like, really, you know, what's all this points kind of thing. But 6 weeks later, we had a major event to go to, and I had to go buy a new dress. It was a formal event, so I needed a full-length dress. And I couldn't believe it. I had dropped probably 2 sizes at that point in time. I know that I was bordering at 170 pounds, I was bordering on a 12, 14, and I bought a dress in a 10. And so, yeah, I probably dropped 2 sizes, and I was thrilled. Well, once he saw that, my now ex-husband, you know, jumped on board, and we started doing it together, and that made it easier. But I just found the program to be really easy. I could eat what I wanted. I ate Taco Bell a lot for lunch. I remember that. And Subway, I was busy. I spent a lot of time, not on the road, but my office was different from my client site. So there was just a lot of moving around and always eating out, and I made it work. And in June 2001, my father got remarried, and my now stepmother took me shopping for a dress to be in her wedding. And I grabbed a 10, and I tried it on, and it was way too big. I thought, oh my goodness, I need the next size down. She brought me the next size down. I tried on the 8. I can't wear this, it's too big. I tried on the 6. It was a perfect fit. I was thrilled. So I went from being somebody who didn't think they needed to lose weight to knowing that, golly, I need to lose 40 pounds, to getting to a spot where I finally was like, wow, this is what it's supposed to be like. This is what it's supposed to be like. I'm happy here. I like the way that I look, and I like the way that I feel. I hit lifetime in August 2001. I actually set my lifetime goal at 132 at the recommendation of my leader. She told me, don't set it lower. Why? She said, then you'll always have some space. No matter what you want your weight to be in the weight range, if you set it at the highest, you'll always have some wiggle room to be below that and continue to work on getting lower. And I hit 132. I maintained it or below it for, I can't remember how long it was at the time, 4 weeks, 6 weeks. And I hit lifetime in August of 2001, and I was so excited. And then I found out I was pregnant with my second child. And I didn't really think much about it. I knew how to eat better. I gained a lot less weight. I had a healthier pregnancy for multiple reasons. And in April 2002, along comes my second child. And then I struggled to lose the weight. I'm going to insert some pictures here at this point in time for you guys to see. The first picture is when my daughter, my oldest daughter, is probably about 2. This is shortly before I joined Weight Watchers based on the timeline. It is the Christmas of 2000. And you can see mostly in my face where I was. Again, at the time, I don't realize that I'm overweight and I can stand to lose some weight, and needed to lose 40 pounds at least, but you can see it in my face. The next 2 pictures are taken. The first one is my baby child. It's her first Christmas, so how many months after April? 8 months after April. 8 months after she's born, and then the other one is this Christmas following that. So at that point in time, she's 20 months old, more than a year and a half. And I tell you, I struggled to lose weight. I joined Weight Watchers. I tried everything. I'd taken on a new assignment at work, and I was traveling a lot. And I remember I was traveling because I was trying to do Atkins, low carb. I love bacon, but not that much. And it just never really came off. And I was so upset because I knew Weight Watchers worked, and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working for me this time around. And I just didn't know where to go. So at that point in time, I just kind of fell back into the way it was. I was tired. I had 2 kids, an ex-husband who traveled all the time, and I just didn't know what to do. I tried, but not successfully, to lose weight. And it really wasn't until the fall of 2006 and the spring of 2007, I started seeing a different doctor for my thyroid problems. Long story short, I had been on Synthroid for a very long time. I convinced my GP in probably 04, 05 to put me on a natural desiccated thyroid, not a synthetic T4, but a full-on all hormones. At the time it was Armour. And I did have some success in losing some weight with that. What I did not know was that I was actually under medicated. So in 06, 07, when I started to see a new doctor for my thyroid problems, and you can see more about it in my Hashimoto's videos. That was when I started feeling better and having success at losing weight. And in 2008, that's when I got back on board with Weight Watchers. I felt better because of my being correctly medicated. I looked better. I had more energy. I took up running. I did Weight Watchers, and the weight came off. It came off. I celebrated my 39th birthday in 2008, and I'm going to insert a picture here at this point in time because this is actually from a little family, something we had at a restaurant, and you can see the difference. And it's not just the weight, it's the glow that I have because I just feel so much better. But I did it. I was back at that top weight goal. I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to talk a little bit in my next part about what happened in 2008 in detail and how I managed to once again sort of go off the wagon and off the rails a bit in late 08 and then in 2010 and then again in 2013, and kind of what brought me back to Weight Watchers here again in the fall of 2015. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my videos for more, and if you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.